When I was a little kid, I was filled with questions. So much so, actually, that I remember my parents being frustrated one day in front of my grandma. And she asked them how I was going to learn if I didn't ask questions. Grandma may have been a proponent of inbound marketing before inbound marketing was a thing. The truth is, she was right. People ask questions because they have interest, and their interest can be deepened if they find the answers out by trusted sources that deepen their interest and build loyalty. That's what inbound marketing is all about, my friends, at its core. And so that's what we are going to dive into today. Are you somebody that has loads of questions? If so, today's episode will make you feel like you are right at home. Except instead of you asking the questions, we are focused on your readers doing the talking. Ready to dive in? Let's do this. Hey, I'm Stephanie Feger, and Empower is my middle name. Well, not really, but it should be. I believe that empowered people empower people, and I'm obsessed with empowering you, the nonfiction author, with impactful marketing strategies and tactics to help you take your important message and share it with those who desperately need it and want it and will buy it. I'm the owner and chief strategist of the Empower PR Group and the author of 3 books myself, including my newest book, Make Your Author Impact. Sell more books, increase your reach, and achieve your why. I have been called to march my love for reading books and writing books and marketing books to help nonfiction authors like you with laser-focused strategies and tactics to write books that sell, promote books to those who need and want them most, and build meaningful businesses from empowering messages. Please think of this podcast as your one-stop shop for marketing insights from an author who has been there, done that, and understands exactly where you are, because guess what I do? Get your pens ready, friends, because I'm ready to empower you. This is the Empowered Author Podcast. So I used to be a book purist, meaning I would never doggy ear a page and absolutely never, ever write in a book. I still prefer bookmarks over any page folding, but writing, underlining, and highlighting, those are absolutely things I do in my books nowadays. And I'm thinking I actually started doing that when I was reading Marcus Sheridan's book, They Ask You Answer, probably because each page is gold and I didn't want to miss a single beat. I also was afraid that I might forget it, so I didn't want that to happen, and I wanted to take advantage of its goodness immediately. In preparation for today's episode, I actually cracked back open the book and realized that the spine of this book is used and abused on my bookshelf too, which is proof that the best books aren't the most pristine. They are the most used, and this book is absolutely that. I want to read a short snippet from the book to set the tone for today's discussion. Chapter 5 is a great place for us to start, and it starts out like this. What is They Ask You Answer? More than anything, it's a business philosophy. It's an approach to communication, company culture, and the way we sell as a business. It starts with an obsession. What is my customer thinking? And when I say obsession, I really mean it. It extends past what are they thinking to what are they searching, asking, feeling, or fearing. Some companies think they understand these questions, but the fact is, most do not. Okay, Marcus Sheridan, you are so incredibly right. Most companies, businesses, and authors even focus more on what they want or what they would be asking over what their readers and clients will and do. So I like to discuss a book in 2 drafts. I always say the first draft is for you, the author, and the second draft of the book is for the reader, right? The same is true here too, right? You've got the chicken or the egg, the first and the second. And that first draft to second draft concept is big. That first draft is always for us, the author, but the second draft is for the reader. And that holds true when we're talking about inbound marketing and the questions that are being asked. So let me ask you a question today. I couldn't not do that on a episode about questions. Here's my question. Do you know what your readers want to know about? Okay, a few more questions. What are they asking for? What do they feel or fear? What are they searching for? What problems do they face? Before you can answer any of these questions, you need to know who your target audience is in the first place. Who could benefit most from your book's message? And better question, who will invest in it? Sometimes those are different people. So let me give you some ideas to consider based on some recent conversations that I have had with authors. Maybe you are a children's book author. If so, your target reader may be a young adult or even a child. But the target purchaser will likely not be the target reader. In fact, it may be an influencer, an educator, a parent. Keep this in mind as you consider who your target audience is. Did you write a leadership book? Well, if so, your target reader may be either an aspiring leader or an established one. They may be within a niche industry and at a specific stage in their leadership trajectory. Depending upon where they are, they may face unique challenges. I want you to consider this when thinking about who could benefit from your book most. Are you a memoir author? If so, consider who could be changed by reading your life's story. What is the common thread found in your book or in your story or in your life? Is there a story that ties it all together? That is connected to a larger cause or commonality? Is it about your cancer diagnosis or your adoption story? Is it about your experience rising above domestic abuse or your perspective of hope or maybe your faith? These elements are glue for connecting people, and they could offer insights into who your target reader or client may be. If you don't know who your target reader is, author friend, or your target client, if you have already embraced authorpreneurship, then I encourage you to find them and fast. They don't have to be everyone. In fact, that's not possible anyway. So don't even waste your time there. Focus instead on who really needs what you have to offer and become unapologetic in talking to them. That will be the cornerstone for your inbound marketing efforts. And pivot to the next part of our chat today. It will help you in uncovering the questions that they will be asking. If you are out walking your dog, driving down the street, or doing another task where you can't pull out a piece of paper, make a mental note. Come back to this section because you will actively want to be taking some notes here. And if you do have a pen and paper ready, feel free to pause as I help you navigate the next part, which will be game-changing for your inbound marketing strategy, I promise. To be able to leverage your content efforts to answer the questions your target audience has, you need to know what questions they are asking. So I want you to brainstorm these questions that you are asked daily by your target readers or clients. So start by reflecting on the questions that are the most common and that you are asked the most frequently. Here's some questions to consider. In regards to your book, here might be some questions people have asked you. Where can I buy your book? How much does it cost? Can I get a signed copy? What is a key takeaway within it? Is it available on Amazon or Barnes & Noble? Is it a good fit for me? How will I be changed by the book? What does the title mean? What does the subtitle mean? Why did you write the book? What is the difference that the book will make in my own life? Why should I buy your book over another? Can I purchase your book at a bulk discount? Will it change my life? Is it a gift I should give to somebody? These are some questions people might have asked you about your book. I think about some of my books and some of the questions that I've been asked in the past. My first book called Color Today Pretty. So many people would ask me, what does that mean? Do I have to, does this have anything to do with actual coloring? No, it doesn't, right? But I needed to share that. Or who would benefit most from this book? Or in my book, Make Your Author Impact, I get a lot of questions about when should I buy this book? When should I read this book? When in my author journey is this book most important? What does impact mean in how you spelled it, Stephanie? Great questions, things that I need to be answering. So in regards to your message, that which is found within your book or beyond, here are some questions you may have. How can I be inspired to make change from your message? How can you share your message with my group, my organization, my business, my book club? What is the impact of your message? Why did you choose to share your message and now? Can I hire you to share your message with my group? Do you offer speaking engagements? And if so, what are the topics? What are the implications of your core message? How can I integrate them into my own life or in that of my company or my businesses? Think about your book and reflect on the message found within it. Make Your Author Impact, for instance, is all about helping authors find the courage to go out and do the next right thing when it comes to marketing. So, some core messages may be around marketing, but may also be around action. Marketing strategies and tactics are overwhelming. So, when people are asking me questions, I can get to the root of the fact around my message that they are nervous about marketing and uncomfortable with it. Knowing this and knowing the questions people are asking about your message could open doors for you onto other questions they might be thinking or asking. Now, you may find that this opens doors to people hiring you. And if they do, you may uncover some additional questions there. Here's some examples. What services do you offer? And what are those price points? How much does it cost to work with you? What makes your approach different from the competition? When do I need to hire you? What would be the best time to do so? What would happen if I don't invest in your efforts? What's the first thing I should do? What's the next right thing I should do? What should I do on a limited budget? These are some questions I get asked because many people who read my books end up coming to me and wanting to work with me or considering how to work with me. And so I get questions like, when should I launch my book? When should I have a launch team? Should I have a launch team? I have a limited budget. What's the next thing I need to invest in? I'm looking on bringing a book to life. Should I invest into marketing now or later? I want you to make a list of these types of questions too, whether or not you are actually considering an authorpreneur business, because you'll be grateful later if you decide you want to. So make a list and keep adding to it. And as you do, I want you to keep focusing on a couple of different things. In regards to your target audience, reader, or client, I want you to focus on their fears. So we live in a world where it's easier to Google our fears than directly ask somebody for them to answer them. But we all have them and we all search for them. What fears does your target reader have as they pertain to the message you are sharing? This will be eye-opening, game-changing, and help you become a solution. I also want you to focus on their issues. What are some of the core issues that they come up against regularly? What questions are unearthed around these issues? Focus on their concerns. What makes their eyebrows burrow? What are rough patches that they may see and get stuck at and in, and maybe you could help pull them out of? Also, focus on their worries. What keeps them up at night? And how can you help to ease this for them and maybe offer them a side effect of more sleep? People don't buy problems, they buy solutions. But people don't know how to search for solutions without identifying their problems. Marcus was brilliant enough in his book to highlight some commonalities across any and all businesses and target audiences, and I feel like I need to share these with you because they may spur some additional questions. He noted that cost is usually the first question people ask. How much does something cost? Many people in business feel like they shouldn't tell people what something costs. Outside of a book cost, obviously, a product, of course. But when it comes to services, consulting and coaching and such, I find many times that people prefer to get on the phone with somebody before they tell them the cost. Well, when you do that, not answering the question that most people have actually makes your potential client think that you're hiding something from them, and we don't want that. Now, when people buy, they worry more about what might go wrong with something than what will go right. So make sure you answer questions about the potential problems. What would it be like if something breaks that they bought or they didn't get the outcome that they wanted? That will ease their concerns. People are also fascinated by comparisons. Why would they do this over this? Maybe make a list of those questions and comparisons too, as well. You see, consumers really want to see comparisons and rankings, and I want you to consider how you can leverage reviews and make sure that people see you as best in class. These questions are pivotal to building a they ask you answer inbound marketing strategy to draw your readers into you instead of you going searching for them. But what happens if you find yourself up against a wall and you haven't a clue what questions your target readers or clients or customers are asking. If this is tough for you, friends, I hate to say it, but you may be out of touch with your ideal reader or client. And it's no sweat. It's okay. It's all good. It is all good. That can happen when you have your head down and you are deep in work. But don't let that stop you, however, from finding out. Here are some tips to help you better understand your target audience. I want you to ask what questions they have by asking them. Use social media or your email marketing to ask your target readers or current readers the questions that they are currently facing and what fears and worries they have. Many are really excited and ready to share them and really feel appreciated when they're being asked. Another idea would be to reach out to your beta readers or editorial board. These are people who are likely your early readers of the book, and they likely love you and have a loyalty to you. When you ask what they search for, what questions they ponder, and what they wish they had known, they will be grateful that you did, and they will likely spur some light bulb moments for you. Utilize tools like answerthepublic.com or answersocrates.com. I find these two to be really enlightening when I'm trying to uncover some questions people are searching around keywords, so you might find them helpful too. Sometimes the best way to hear your audience and what they need is to listen to them. Observe what your target readers are saying without you asking. Are there places you can go and watch and listen and hear? If you listen long enough, you will hear all that you need to know. Also, incorporate surveys into your work and into your book. I like to, at the end of every project I do an exit survey and ask people what questions they had before working together and afterwards. This would be very enlightening, I think, for you as well. These questions that we talked about today and that you uncover after being spurred from this discussion become the basis of an editorial calendar, which we will talk about more next week. So don't neglect spending the next couple of days finding out these questions and capturing them. You will be thankful in the long run because when you know what people are asking, you can be the solution to their problems. Inbound marketing is a strategy to draw the right people to the right people. It's how your ideal target reader or client uncovers you. They have questions and you offer answers. Knowing their questions will help you formulate the right answers in a way that they are searching so that when they go looking for answers, you appear. It is that simple, friends. If you had a tough time outlining the questions that we went through, that's just because you probably need a reminder on who your target audience is. Once you have that, the questions will flow. Create a document on your computer, a notes section on your phone, or keep a journal nearby and start collecting every question you get whenever they arise. If you aren't sure who your target reader or client is or what questions they may be asking, let's chat. I'd love to do a 15-minute brainstorm with you. Visit empoweredprgroup.com/connect and let's schedule a free 15-minute chit chat. Author friend, thank you for listening today and for saying yes to becoming empowered. As you know, I'm a believer that empowered people empower people. I have empowered you. Now it is your turn to empower others.